Welcome to Season 7 of the RTG. I want to start this one by saying thank you to you guys who have continued to show your support on Patreon. Your continued dedicated support is genuinely making the difference for myself and my partner during this COVID-19 pandemic. So continually, thank you very much for your pledges and for the continued support both here and on stream. I know a number of you have been showing your support on Twitch as well. Those of you that aren't subscribed to the Patreon have been showing your support on Twitch as well, and thank you very much for that. We will be live later on this evening for the Canadian Grand Prix with the wheel. So if you're interested in watching that, F1 2020, then there's a link in the description down below. There's still plenty F1 2020 content going live on the YouTube channel, daily at the minute for the next few days, as well as I've got a backlog of Grand Prix to upload for you. So check that out, and I'm sure you'll enjoy it, actually. I've had a number of people give me some feedback that they previously hadn't really had any interest in the sport, have watched the F1 content and really enjoyed it. So do me a favour, do give it a chance. But we'll be heading into Season 7 here today. We'll start the season today. And we'll work our way through July. And we'll probably play Southampton. We might get as far as Bournemouth. It depends on the situation with scout reports, etc. And then tomorrow, I'll take on board your feedback from today's episode and make some signings. I've added some names to the shortlist thanks to your feedback on yesterday's season finale. The main 2 points of concern from the season Kazali were to give Stefan a little bit more time at the club. We will not be selling Zach Stefan. We also will not be replacing Eusebio Cano in the starting lineup. You guys were very adamant about that he continues to stay and start alongside Chris Mepham at centre-back. So I've heard you. That will happen. They will stay. Meaning that the main area that I'm looking to improve in now is central midfield. The main obvious option later down the line is Don Brown, but he's playing every week for Liverpool, so that's not realistic an option for us right now. So I've added onto the list a number of players that were relegated last year, including Douglas Luiz, Calvin Phillips and Sander Berge. But because we use Calvin Phillips obviously so heavily in the lead series, I'm going to move away from signing him. Sander Berge is expensive. Very expensive. You've got a release clause of £32.5 million, but as I'll show you in a minute, that is out of my price range, believe it or not, in this second season in the Premier League. Got Douglas Luiz here on the shortlist as well. I'm scouting him. I'm looking at Oakley Booth from Stoke because he impressed every time we played Stoke. He's still in the Championship with them. Deli Bashiru has impressed at Watford every time we've played them, so I'm scouting him too. Also got Turnbull on the shortlist as you guys recommended him, and at the minute I haven't yet advanced today for the pre-contract signings to join us, so Baron Achea will join us in 24 hours time, as will Raul Perez Sayol, the right back, who has also continued to grow since we confirmed his official signing. I've got Ethan Ampadu and Umar Saleh here as well as potential central defensive midfield signings. I'd rather play them in midfield than at centre-back. Obviously, you guys want me to keep Cano at centre-back for the time being, so that is going to be the case. Also, there was only one standout option in the free agents. And this guy, Yanis Brianjon, is Karim Benzema's regen. I did the whole go further ahead, like save it, go further ahead. He's 73 rated. So I am going to sign him on a free now. It's valued at £16.5 million. I'm going to sign him on a free now. So this guy, Brianjon, is Karim Benzema's regen, and hopefully will grow very, very well for us. Now you will notice, top left, I've got a shit budget. It was at about £12 million. I've had to add a new scout to the club, so that cost me about another £3 million. And we will be getting about 12-ish from the Okereke deal once we advance today as well, and that deal goes through. So we will only have about 20 or so million pounds if we don't sell anyone else to bring in this window for that central midfield spot. If we're not going to be selling Stefan, and we're not going to be signing a new centre-back to replace Cano in the starting lineup, then CDM is the only area in which I would like to sign someone. Now, I'll quickly show you. Of course, we've now switched to a 4-3-3 attack. So Campos on the right, currently Cantwell on the left. That will be Barrenechea once we get him in a day's time. And obviously at right back, it'll be the other regen as well. So currently, Basuma, Skip and Rolls, my midfield 3. And then in the rotation 11, we're still playing the 4-4-2 with Palomino and Basuma. It will be the new central midfield signing that comes in and starts in place of Basuma alongside Skip in this 11 for this season. Skippy's lower rated, yes, but with dynamic potential now after a full season playing first team football, I'm hoping he will really kick on this year and grow really well and prove to be a very good player for us. And now with a CDM partner, might even have an even bigger effect on the team. So I'm really pleased with the signing of Brian Chon. You can see his stats here. Left-footed, centre forward and striker roles, 91 pace, 79 dribbling, medium-low work rates, 3-star weak foot, 4-star skills. Pace-wise, banging, superb, love that, brilliant. Dribbling 78, free kick accuracy 76, which is great. Ball control 81, crossing 78, curve 79. He's going to be a utility player, really. He will go straight onto the bench here for Harvey Nibbs, and I will use him as a cam. I will take Evans off this position here on the bench and throw Cantwell onto the bench. He too will be used either as a cam or a wide player. Maybe I'll use him the other way around because Brianchon has the higher pace. But we'll wait and see. Shooting wise, his finishing is only 55, so maybe we could use him out wide ahead of that. But Evans is going to start. Well, no, he's not actually going to start. Barrenechea is going to start on the left hand side when he comes in a day's time. And then moving forward, that's how the starting lineup will look. We'll drop Leon Davis out of that starting lineup, put Pereira Rock on the bench, because then, of course, the new Sayol right back will come in to that starting lineup. So we only really are looking for one signing right now. We are only really looking for one signing. We have the opportunity to raise about another £3 million from this pre-season tournament. I honestly don't know why my transfer budget is as low as it is. I genuinely don't know, but it's not a bug. I reloaded the save a number of times and always got given a £12 million budget. So it is what it is. We will have to deal with it. We do have new kits this season, of course, as well. Merikits has very kindly been able to mock up the real-life brand new Cambridge United kit for next season. So we will be using the real-life Cambridge 2020-2021 kit for next season in this save. Now, also, as I got offer from Benfica for Nathan Collins, you will notice as well, actually, and I'll point this out now, the collars will change. Something I wanted to bring up anyway. The collars will change here. It's just a normal round collar. Merikits was away at the weekend. Timings haven't quite worked out. I was able to get the kits, but I haven't been able to then send him my saves for him to alter what needs to be altered to do the collars. So the collars will change in a couple of episodes' time, but for now, the collar on this home kit isn't as it should be, but it will be sorted in a couple of days' time. I don't know what to do with that. I'm going to go and check and see if Benfica are in European competition. I'm pretty sure I can't really turn that down for Nathan Collins, can I? And we might actually be looking for a new centre-back in the end, but it will be Nathan Collins that we look to get a centre-back for. I'm not in... Oh, I can check. Okay, so we're looking for Benfica. Benfica are playing in the Europa League. Therefore, I can't really justify not accepting or at least trying to negotiate this bid. I'm actually going to take... I'm just exploring. I'm actually going to take Stefan off the list. And Cantwell too. I might still sell Cantwell. Because we've now got that... Because we've now got that youngster, Brian John, I might sell Cantwell now for sure. Might definitely sell Cantwell now. Because we've got Brian John to play as a backup cam. And that would raise the extra funds we might need to sign other players elsewhere, i.e. that central midfield role. Maybe we could raise the funds to go and get Sander Berger from Sheffield United, who of course were relegated to the Championship last season. So I'm going to remove him from the transfer list there, but I will still look to sell Cantwell. Now I may also be needing to look for a new centre-back as well. I will look to negotiate this. What do they reckon I could get? Up to 16.6. I'll negotiate. There were obviously, you guys understood why I sold Okereke, but there was a little bit of discontent at the fact that I sold him for the price that I did. So I shall try and get as much as I can for Nathan Collins, but it doesn't look like they're going to want to pay much at all. Now, I'll remove that sell-on clause and propose a new transfer fee. He's only 24, and he has been a solid player for us. If they will pay, they're really not looking to pay more than 10.3, are they? I don't want to shortchange myself again, just for the sake of accepting the bid. Okay, I'm happy that that hasn't gone through like that. I don't think we would undersell ourselves for a second player. If you think that I've done something wrong there and you would prefer that I sell a player for a fee that is just any fee, basically, that is around valuation or higher for a club that's playing in Europe, then do let me know. And if we get another bid for Collins, then I will accept it. But Barrenechea is in now, so he's going to be into the starting lineup on the left-hand side there. And Davis will drop out for Perez Sayol, who will now start at right-back in that 11, meaning that the right-back in this 11 will now be Pereira Rock again. Obviously, we still have Kyle Noyle at the club, but he's first-team football has been at a premium anyway for the past few seasons and will continue to be the case. So, that's the starting lineup as we stand. Now, we will get some scout reports back over the next few days for the players that are currently on my shortlist. We've achieved the... What was that? Oh, club's worth. All right, brilliant. Well, the board are happy with us there. And Stefan is saying, now that we've changed our mind, I'm just going to say you're too valuable. I can't say my YouTube subscribers want you to stay. There isn't that option there. I'll show you actually the other kits that are as they should be. I love this away. Oh, I love this away kit actually. That's what the home kit's going to look like. That's what Cambridge United's home kit is going to look like next season in real life as well. This is the away kit for us this season. The day that Merikit sent these kits through to me, Cambridge United announced their away kit for next year. I'll try and get that in from Merikits for next season if we can. It was too late to ask him to try and mock it up this quickly. So I love this white kit though. With you can see there the yellow paint splatter across the front of it. I think that looks fantastic. Again, third kit looks great, although unfortunately it's got the Championship font on it. Again, it's just a mod thing. There's not the option to change that. So for the time being, that will just unfortunately have Championship font on it, the third kit. This one does have black numbers on the back of the shirt. We're going to look into see if we can actually get black numbers on the shorts as well. If not, then we'll just have to deal with it. But that's the home kit this year. And the collar, as you can see in the picture here, rather than the mock-up on the man, that's how it will look like in-game. And then obviously we just need to change the collar on the shirt type once Merikits is able to get it back to me once he's back home again. So we shall advance here, try and earn ourselves as much money through this transfer window as we can, and from this pre-season tournament. As things stand then, we've got about £20 million to spend. But if we can sell Cantwell, I could afford Sander Berger. And if I can do Barrenechea scoring on debut, if I can do that, I think that would be the obvious thing to do. An 87 rated player that's in the Championship, absolutely we should go to try and sign him. That makes absolute sense to me in its entirety, and I will try and do that if I can raise the funds. But it will mean that Cantwell has to go. Now, he's currently valued at, as we have a look through, Cantwell is currently valued at financial 16 million, which would open up enough funds for me to be able to bring, maybe. It would be close, actually. It would be very close because, of course, we wouldn't get the full 16 million. I'm going to rotate there just for that. Place Stana Liège as we try and get ourselves through to the knockout round to this pre-season tournament, which hopefully we'll be able to do. Harvey Nib scores after a minute. Do drop the video a like, of course, if you enjoy. Subscribe to the channel too to make sure you don't miss out on any further content. I might well premiere this. I haven't yet decided. So you might be seeing this live and I'll be watching it with you in the chat. If it isn't the premiere, I apologise. If it is, great. 2 red cards in this game and a goal apiece as well. Is there going to be a winner in the final few moments? We shall find out shortly. 5 minutes to go. An extra... Stana Liège get themselves a winner in the 89th. That might scupper our chances of getting through to the knockout stages. We have Royal Antwerp next, although they're bottom of the group, and Genk and Liège play each other. So should we win this next one, we should go through, although it might be done on head-to-head rather than goal difference, which would be annoying. If they draw, we can't go through, so we have to hope that one of the other wins, and Genk have gone 1-0 up. I think I'd rather Stana Liège win, because the head-to-head would go against us if Stana Liège are the side that are sat in second. if Genk wins. Stanley have equalised, but if it stays as is, they'll go through. Or Genk have gone 2-1 up. But we're still 1-0 up here with an hour to go. Baron Atteo certainly hitting the ground running in a Cambridge United shirt. 2 goals in his first 2 games for the club. Please see this win out, lads. Thank you. Now, are we through to the next round? That's the question. We'll find out in a moment. The answer is no, unfortunately. We are not through to the next round of that pre-season tournament. We will have gone out on goal difference or head-to-head. Head-to-head. Ah, that's annoying. Never mind. How much money did we get for that? 500 grand. Wonderful. That's superb. So we'll continue to advance forward. I will need to start training, actually, thinking about it. Well done, Ches. We'll get that going. Now, if there's anyone you think I should add to the training list, then do let me know. Brian Chon, I shall have to add to a training regime. I may actually give him his own specific training regime or training preset and add Cano's defensive stats into that as well, because you guys have been keen on me continuing to train Cano as hard as possible to ensure that he gets a little bit higher rated. A transfer offer for Cantwell. Thank you. Slightly undervaluation from Sevilla, who finished 3rd in La Liga last season and certainly would be a side that Cantwell would go to in real life. Now, I shall ask for 24.5. I need to try and get enough here to be able to... come on! To be able to leave me enough to get Sander Berger in. Please, just give me a little bit more. Please, just give me a little bit more. I'll come down considerably. We're really struggling to sell players in this save right now. 15.7. I don't want to lose the sale. I'm going to make sure that we get it. 15.7 will have to do. 15.7 will have to do. Please tell me that's going to leave me enough money left to go and get Sander Berger. I'm not sure. We'll have a look, actually, at the scout reports of the players as they come in. Douglas Luiz is 84 rated and valued at 30 million. But wages are tiny for him. And for Sander Berger, actually. Wow. So they both look like very good options. So I'd definitely be interested in signing either of those. Soleil, he's not quite looking at it, is he? He might actually be better at CDM than centre-back. And his stats might suit being at CDM rather than centre-back a little bit better. Especially with 46... Well, to be fair, that balance is low regardless of position. Not quite good enough for what we'd need at this stage in the save, unfortunately. Still waiting for full scout reports back on the others. So we shall hold out for the time being and we'll wait and see how much money that gives us. Moving forward then, let me go and add that training regime for Brianchon and then I shall come back to you. I've had scout reports back on everyone now. Turnbull is also 84 rated, valued about the same as Douglas Luiz as well, slightly more. Wages are tiny for some of these players. He's at Motherwell still, so hasn't moved at all. Physically looks great, 98, stamina's huge. And technically looks very good as well. Not quite as good in the tackle as I might like, but that could be trained, of course. And he's got the long shot taker trait. Long shots are 91. Finishing of 89. Free kick accuracy of 81. I mean, he looks like a standout option, really. Although he would be playing deeper. And Douglas Luiz, as a player to break up play, looks unreal. 96 stand tackle. But Sander Berger, physically, is unbelievable. That's Don Brown. Don Brown physically is unbelievable. Sander Berger physically is, to be fair, still decent. 99 strength on him as well. And technically looks just as good. So, I'm torn between the two, really. It's a case of, if we can afford Sander Berger, I'll go for him. If we can't, then, well, to be fair, Turnbull's the same fee. Turnbull or Sander Berger, I mean, it's got to be Sander Berger, really, of the two, doesn't it? If they were still in our division, I'd say that we should probably lean away from that deal, perhaps. But them having been relegated makes that a more agreeable deal. Ethan Ampadu and Oakley Booth aren't that high rated. Ampadu, to be fair, if he was a centre mid, again, might be slightly high rated overall. Alternatively, might be slightly low rated overall because of the lack of ball control and dribbling, etc. Oakley Booth physically doesn't look that impressive. Technically looks better, although not as good in the tackle as you might like. And unfortunately, Deli Bashiri, just, even though he's played well against us, he's not that good. So I think it goes Sander Berger, then Douglas Luiz or Turnbull, and then Ampadu or Oakley Booth, probably Ampadu, in terms of who to go for next if we aren't able to get any of the others. But we shall try and get one of those others if we can. Literally, I was about to say the Cantwell deal hasn't gone through yet. Now it has 11.5 million added to my budget. I don't think that's quite enough. You are kidding me. 33... No, his Sanderberger's release clause was 32.5, wasn't it? Praise the Lords. Praise the gods. We should be able to bring him in. I will show you the training regime I've got now for Briançon as well. I've got Briançon in the first 3, then Cano, and then Perez-Sayol as well to hopefully train those guys. Obviously, Cano's strength is 99 and maxed out. It doesn't actually tick over to 100, even though it says 100 there. So we're training their defensive stats and obviously Briançon's attacking stats. So, Sanderberger, approach to buy. I mean, I'll try and get him cheaper. If I can't, then I'll just pay the release clause. But, I mean, I'll offer a fee and I'll try and be cheeky, and they might just completely walk away here, but that doesn't matter. 41. No, okay, so they are going to negotiate there. Well, I'll just offer 32 then. Was it 32 or 32.5? I can't remember now off the top of my head. Now, if it was realistic, it would recognise that this was a bid at the level of his release clause, and it would just accept it. Which it is! So, great, well done. A little bit of realism there from FIFA, actually recognising that that bid matched the thing. Right, now, wages. What can we do wage-wise? Crucial is the expectation. I mean, yeah, alright. I kind of understand that. A 5-year deal if possible. That's fine. Right, please don't want too much wage-wise. No release clause is fine by me. Give me an idea of what you want. I don't want to piss. I've got 56,000 there available. He's only on 7.5. Well, 35 has been the sweet figure for a couple of the others that we've brought in, hasn't it? And I'll give him a signing on fee of 200 grand. And I don't know whether they'll accept that or just they want more. Oh, can you believe it? Sanderberger is in. What a signing. Thrilled with that. That's unbelievable. That's a wonderful signing. What a start to the season we've had here now. It might not have gone our way in the pre-season tournament, but to have Briançon in, a regen of Karim Benzema, who presumably will grow really, really well. New right back in Perez-Sayol. Sanderberger in our midfield. Now, and Barrenechea on the left. We are looking good and significantly improved for this upcoming season. Let me put Evans back on the bench there. And I will now go and loan list again. Norval Williams, Robinson and Griffiths and Tate, if they aren't already still on that loan list. And as for the time being then, I think I shall... Yeah, he's not. Or they're not. I will see you in the first game of the league season. I asked at the beginning of the episode for your feedback. I haven't got any money left. So, I think that's it, transfer-wise. We're going to get it all done in the one video. But, I'll still play the 2 games. I'll play the 2 games, and then from there... Oh, not Clark, Robinson. And then we'll end it, and then we'll end the transfer window tomorrow in another video where we play, obviously, Chelsea and Liverpool, which is going to be ridiculous. Chelsea and Liverpool at the end of August. But we'll go and play Southampton and Bournemouth now. And I mean, if we get bids for anyone else from a big team, then obviously we will consider them, as we did the Nathan Collins deal. Training injury. Campos is out for 3 weeks. Wonderful. Loan offer for Sweeney from Bilbao. All right, sure. And for Robinson from Nottingham Forest. That's a more understandable one. And Griffiths is good. Glad we're aligned. He's not going to be anywhere near my starting lineup, is he? Right, I will cut here then. If I have anything else to bring to you transfer-wise, then I shall bring it to you. If not, I will see you in the build-up to the match against Southampton. Unfortunately, Campos is injured for this game. He hasn't come back from injury yet. But good news, Skip is up a rating to 78. Perez-Sayol is up a rating to 80. And actually, Campos himself is up to 85. So... growth already in important areas in our squad, and hopefully continued growth throughout the course of this season. Let's go and see what Southampton's starting lineup looks like. Again, the colours will look a little bit weird on the home kit for a couple of episodes, but that will be sorted shortly. Hopefully you're enjoying though. Do make sure you drop in the video a like if you are, and fingers crossed we can get some good points to start the season. Right then, Saints starting with Angus Gunn in goal. A 4-4-2 for them. Valerie, Stevens, Hoot and Sadilek at left back. Yarmolenko, Barkley, Højbjerg and Unas with Che Adams and Ollie Watkins. Now, in the final episode of last season, we were able to get ourselves a 1-0 victory in this game to earn ourselves the victory we needed, or the points we needed, all told, with the point against Brentford as well, to ensure that we stayed in the division. Sander Berger's first game for the club. Perez Sayol's first game for the club. And if I can get the ball across to him quickly enough, Berenachea's... First game for the club as well. That didn't necessarily go according to plan, did it? And if it ends up costing me a goal, I'll be livid with myself. Pierre-Emile Højbjerg. No, Perez Sayol cuts it out nicely. One thing I do need to do, actually, is change Perez Sayol's kit and boots. And I'll do the same for Brian Chon as well. It hadn't actually registered in my mind that that would be the case, because obviously they're both regens. So we will need to do that. We start the game with a goal. Or can we start the game with a goal for Jack Rolls? No! Angus gone with a great save. Our joint top goal scorer last year, Jack Rolls at Cam, hoping for more growth from him this season as well. Mepham trying to earn ourselves a goal there, but after 10 minutes we shall have to settle for 0-0 still. It's Che Adams. Scored a good goal for Southampton against Bournemouth in real life this past weekend. Che Adams. Thankfully, they haven't got Danny Ings anymore, because he's been unbelievable in real life this season. Oh, that's a terrible pass, Jez. Why have you done that? Canner with a good clearance, and that will find Berenachea's. Well, nearly at half-time here, and still at 0-0. We've probably been the better attacking side, but Southampton haven't exactly been terrible themselves. I haven't yet had that clear-cut opportunity. I've had the chance of a clear-cut opportunity, but I haven't been able to find the right pass or shot at the end of a move. Ollie Skip to Jack Rolls, and have to go backwards. Sander Berger. What are your long shots like? Not very good. Here's Unas. Turns well. Slotted inside to Pierre-Emile Højbjerg. Back there to Sadilek and Højbjerg. Adams. Højbjerg. Left the ball behind a little bit. Oh, that quick 1-2's done me. And Southampton are 1-0 up in stoppage time at the end of the first half. Didn't expect the 1-2, to be honest. I thought they'd try and use the striker. Very well done, Southampton. Expert work in the box. I thought they're going to go across to Che Adams, and they didn't. Unfortunately, despite all of our forward momentum, we are behind at the break. Is Valerie. Rolls dropping in defensively into the midfield three. He's probably going to struggle for stamina, I would imagine, throughout the season, if he's going to continue to do that. We might be ending up taking him off and bringing Brian Chon on. Oh, if Abadia's touch had been better, then he made a great run around the outside of me there. Oh, man, Ollie Skip was in a brilliant position. That's a lovely turn, though. And Rolls could get the ball back to he or Abadia. Everything but the final ball or shot at the minute in this game against Southampton. But the way that the side are playing is very positive in this new formation. It's the formation that did us so very well at Leeds United once we eventually settled on it. It took us 2 or 3 seasons at Leeds, didn't it, to find a formation that worked. But eventually we did find one that worked, and we were able to win everything there is to win with Leeds United. That's the plan here at Cambridge, to win everything there is to win. But we're going to have to start by coming from behind against Southampton. So, long way to go. Nice movement by Berenachea there, actually. We'll get that down the line to him. And Abadia is going to continue that run. No, he's not. Continue that run now. Oh, nearly turned Jack Stevens. Again, everything but the final move. Watkins with the switch to Cabrais. Ronaldo Cabrais. Back to Jan Valery. And a dangerous delivery in. Oh! I thought Soil was going to win that header. Thankfully, he won the second. That was very close. Deary me. Rolls forward there to Abadia. We use... Ollie Skip. Oh, he's going to find him. Okay, I didn't think for a minute it was going to. And Evans has done well there. We'll try and utilise his pace to get away. Arriving on the overlap. Perez Sayol. Options in the middle, one of which is Abadia. And just not confident enough yet to get around the outside there. Berenachea with great footwork to hold on to that. Wilson back to him. And Skip again. Sander Berger, sorry. Into Skip. Space for this shot. Cannons off the face of Sadilek. And they've cleared it away. Now, can Mepham get to that first? No, he can't. And Unas could build again for Southampton to go the other way. They might be aggressive still, even with a 1-0 lead, or they might sit on what they've got. But it appears for the moment that they're happy to sit on what they've got and just play the ball about. Although, as I say that, they are building a good move here that could really cause me some problems. Is he onside there, Ollie Watkins? I'm not sure. The answer is yes. Sadler could deliver the ball and does. Cano wins the header. We're running out of time to find an equaliser here. Get to that, please, Agustin. Couldn't quite do it. Evans works it well. Out to Perez Sayol. Inside to Basuma, who's off the bench. Inside to Brian Chon, who's off the bench. He's actually grown as well to 90. I wish. To 74, up from 73, even in the first month that we've signed him. Sander Berger will find Brian Chon again. Good footwork from him. And Metzer has come off the bench here. And Metzer could score if I could just pull the trigger. Everything but a goal in this game. Deary me. Tried my absolute hardest to get myself back level in this fixture. But it's not to be. Southampton working the ball about nicely. And that will be 1-0 to them. So they've reversed the scoreline from the episode yesterday in the relegation season finale. That's frustrating. But there's still a long way to go in the season. And I'm not going to read too much into that. We were the better team. We just weren't able to find the goal with any of our chances. So I'm quite happy with that. And with Campos added back into the team when he's back from injury as well, I'll have an extra attacking outlet on the right-hand side as well. Still adjusting to the new formation too. But Sander Berger played well. I think it's pretty clear to see why we bought him. When it's Brian Chon's first minutes as well, he's got to give his all if he's to get himself up in rating to start. But Palomino would have helped. He could prove me wrong. He's not a priority, but I'm not going to unnecessarily affect his morale negatively. Yves Basuma wants me to know that he's really pleased that he played in that game. Okay, you're welcome, Yves. Not a problem. Tate's gone out on loan, as have all of the other youngsters there. And you're pleased. Stay grounded, mate. And, another chance. I'll consider it, but I'm not sure. He came off the bench, to be fair, so he'll probably come off the bench again. But Campos, hopefully, will be back for this next one. Yep, there you go. Player returns from injury. Whether he'll be fit enough to start, I'm not sure, but I could at least put him on the bench. I can't remember who I had at the end of that particular training session, but I will adjust it so that we can continue to train Cano in that one as well. Who did I have? Oh, must have been someone that's gone out on loan. Regardless, or was it Cantwell? No, it wasn't Cantwell. I can't remember. Genuinely can't remember. I'd have to look at a previous episode. Anyway, I'm going to adjust this, and then we'll crack on. So, oh God, I keep my water over. So, Bournemouth's 11 then. He's away, Cardona, Diaz and Centelles at the back. Marusic, Herrera, De La Cruz, O'Reilly and Danube Grunewald in the midfield with Mamadou Karamoko continuing on up top. Ramsdale, the man in goal for them. Nothing too threatening on the bench other than maybe Claude Maurice. So we'll have to wait and see if they can cause us any problems. I love this away kit, by the way. With the yellow paint splatter, I just adore it. I think it's fantastic. So hopefully, in our first proper game with it, we can get a win. De La Cruz with a little back heel. And Herrera, Marusic, Karamoko. Oh, nice ball. Marusic might well have been offside there. But he's on. And they've scored. 1-0 Bournemouth inside 7 minutes. Ball played through. I genuinely thought he was off. Takes the ball under control. Turns, lays it into the middle. And from an angle, he's just swept it across goal. Tried to keep it on target and get it as far away from the keeper and defender as possible. Which he's done well. Not the start we were looking for at the Vitality. This isn't how I intended this season to start. Well, there's still plenty of this game left and there's still plenty of the season left. You can see that Perez Sayol has had his kit altered. Actually, Baranachea also had his kit tucked in, even though he isn't a regen. So that was something I altered as well, although I was tempted to leave it, considering he's a real-life player. And that might just be how he plays with his kit in real life. I can't say as I've seen him play, but Azpilicueta plays with his kit tucked in, doesn't he? So maybe Baranachea does the same. Ramsdale keeps Bournemouth in the game there with a good save from the corner, and he's cleared that away well. Rolls will knock this down, and Baranachea could, but can't, score his first goal of the competitive season and our first goal of the competitive season. Cano should win this header, and he has done well, but it's gone straight into the arms of Ramsdale. 15 or 16 now minutes played. Still 1-0 to the Cherries. Swept up wide to Baranachea. Brings it down well and under control nicely. Abadia. Solid tackle from the defender. Danube Grunewald back to O'Reilly, and Bournemouth look to be patient here. Southampton are a bit more direct with the way that they played and will able to get themselves the 1-0 win, despite the fact that we were the better team and were creating more chances than them. And so far in this game, we've been the better team and created more chances than our opposition, but haven't yet scored. So we shall continue to try. We have, of course, lessened our attacking options by moving to a one-striker formation, and maybe that might be the reason why we're not quite as effective in front of goal as last year so far. But I will give this formation its time to settle and sort itself out, and for us to settle with it and improve with it, so that we can hopefully see the level of success, as we mentioned, with this formation that we saw at Leeds. Campos back in the starting lineup here today. He has got the little plaster symbol next to him, or at least he did heading into the game. Not sure if he still has it here. He doesn't. But he did still have the little plaster symbol next to him. So we are expecting him to be slightly fragile, and he might get injured again. But I'm hoping that he won't and can still have a positive impact on the game. But as of yet, he's been quite quiet. A lot of the players come down the left through Baranachea and Karamoko. Cano in the way with a block. How many times have we seen that? Still 1-0 Bournemouth. Lifted over the top, finding Danjuma Grunewald well. Expected the turn inside, read that, and we forced him backwards. But getting the ball back is the most important thing right now, so that we can go up the other end and get ourselves an equaliser. It might not come before half-time. And the way Bournemouth are playing here, it might even end up being 2-0 before half-time. Poor pass. And Herrera actually had a poor attempt at getting there. I committed to the pass with Abadia, hoping that he'd just beat Herrera to it, but without any real conviction, thinking that he would. And that's cost me possession there. Wilson could keep that in and has done. It wasn't the best of passes from Baranachea, but that's my fault. We'll look for Jack Rolls through the middle here. Abadia is there. Oh, but the pass is poor. I need to find my rhythm, and I haven't yet got it so far this season. It's been a couple of days since I recorded that season finale yesterday, and it's showing at the minute, isn't it? It's Karamoko, Herrera. Karamoko again. Good block by Mepham. Oh, he's fallen back to him, but Stefan makes the save. Oh, they got a lucky goal like that against us last season, didn't they, Bournemouth, I think? I think it was Bournemouth, where they had the shot and it fell straight back to the man that had the shot's feet after a block. I think it was Bournemouth. I remember it being red shirts. Anyway, Karamoko back to Claude Maurice. Into Kingsley. He's getting a little bit dizzy. Is that high up the field? O'Reilly into Ander Herrera. Back there to De La Cruz. Oh, this is good football from Bournemouth. Need to stop them. Claude Maurice doing really well. We said he was probably the one that would cause us the problems off the bench. Oh, I went for him there and I missed. And thankfully, Danjuma Grunewald missed with his header too. Maybe I just need to adjust some personal instructions. Some individual instructions. Maybe that's what's needed to try and pick apart some opposition teams. Yuri Tielemans there, supposedly having moved to Manchester United. Is that a foul? It is, but we'll take the advantage. Nolly Skip will look for Abadia. Oh, Agustin! That's the chance! That's the chance! And he hasn't tucked it away. Oh, that's painful. That's what we've been waiting for. Nemetcha will come on. Maybe I'll give Nemetcha the start moving forward for a little while. Agustin Abadia has not settled well into that lone striker role. Oh, I'm annoyed at myself for missing that. Was on his left foot, but still should have done better. Win that header, please. Well up, Perez. Campos will look for him again here, and we'll work it inside to Yves Bissouma. Cross to Sander Berger, who's just stood there motionless like a mannequin to start off with. Into Wilson. He's right-footed, so we'll whip the ball in on that right. Bissouma will knock that down. Nemetcha brings it down, but can't get the shot away. Oh, we're getting so close here. We're getting so close, but it hasn't yet come for us. Campos into Nemetcha. Get away from the man that's with me. Could have won ourselves a free kick there. Looking for Nemetcha again. Through. It's Yves Bissouma. Ramsdale with a save. Bissouma with a header again. He can't get there and cleared away. Oh, Bournemouth. Go away. I was going to say go home, but they already are at home. Cano, lay that inside. Forward. Rolls. Bissouma. Oh, fouled by the man in the middle. 5 minutes to go here. Still looking for the first goal of the season and the equaliser in this game. Playing that short didn't necessarily work as I'd hoped it would. Baranachea played in. down the line. I've got support here from Wilson. I need someone to make me a decent run. I could have gone back to Baron Achebe, but I think he was just offside. Sander Berger turns well, rolls, spins well. Jack rolls. Go on then, Jack. Yes! Finally! Oh, the man that scored the goal that got us to the Premier League, the man that was our joint top goal scorer last season, is the man to score the first goal of this season. Lovely take, brilliant turn, devastating finish. We are to get our first points of the season today. We have got our first goal of the season today, and it had to be Captain Jack. There's the final whistle. It was the last action of the game. Getting ourselves that equalising goal. We will not lose our opening 2 games of the season. Fantastic. Again, overall, pleased with how we played. But we weren't able to get the result against Southampton. We were able to get something against Bournemouth. And once we do properly click with this new formation and do start taking the chances we're creating on a more regular basis, we will get ourselves the points to hopefully push us into the top half of the table this season. 2 very strong defences. They did play well defensively, Bournemouth, and fair play to them for that. We'll concentrate on what we can do better. There is obviously room for improvement with this side right now. But I'm happy enough to be sat in 14th place there at this early stage of the season. We are aiming for a top half finish this season. If we can go better, fantastic. If not, then fine. But after finishing, well, was it 14th last year actually, wasn't it? But not that far away from the relegation zone. Just avoiding a relegation battle this season would be wonderful. I'll quickly show you what the biggest deals are so far this season. Oh, actually, we've got another game added in there for the month of August now in the Carabao Cup against Leyton Orient. We've got Liverpool on the Friday, Orient on the Tuesday, and then Chelsea at the weekend. I'll show you the biggest deals so far. So, in this window, Eddie Nketiah is the top goal scorer so far with 3 goals. Fabian from Real Madrid to Paris Saint-Germain. Julian Brandt from Liverpool to Arsenal. And Zagadou from Dortmund to Barcelona are the 3 biggest deals of the window so far. Although Nkunku's not far behind, having gone from Leipzig to Juventus for 41.7. That's where we'll end today's episode, though. Thank you very much for the feedback, guys, over yesterday's episode. That, obviously, has had the biggest impact on what we've done in this window today. Don Brown up to 87 rated now. We will bring him back, but we will need a massive budget to do so and arguably need Champions League football to be able to be in a position to bring him back, which I'm quite happy in waiting. Conceição, I'm quite happy to remove him from that shortlist now and we'll remove the rest of these guys. I won't have any money left to spend this window and almost certainly won't have any money left to spend in January too. So we might be just shooting our way through Season 7, concentrating solely on the football on the field and hopefully getting the results we need to give us the league position we crave. But for now, thank you very much for watching. Do drop the video a like if you enjoyed, of course. As always, subscribe to the channel to make sure you don't miss out on more. There was an F1 video earlier on today. Check the channel page for that, please. Like I say, do give that content a chance. I'll be streaming it later on this afternoon as well on Twitch. Link in the description down below. And we'll be back tomorrow with more FIFA and F1 as well. And my phone's ringing. Please don't copyright strike me. Haha! Thank you very much for watching, guys. I'll see you next time.